Hello and welcome to the Youth Sports Chowdown. I'm Red Velvet. This is Uncle Lump.
Hi.
And we are plugged in today.
We are. We think.
Yeah.
Let's not go.
I don't know. Let's follow the cord.
I think we're good.
You got a lot of wires.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. We're coming a little early because we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
Later. I got to go cut a board. So that's on my to-do list. I was supposed
to board.
I'm supposed to do that while my wife was
Karate chopping.
I tried. Doesn't work.
Could you? So I think you should measure where you have to do it, and then you should do a video of you karate chopping the board to see if we can get a perfect.
But
cut.
then I'm going to break my hand.
Or you're going to break the board.
No, I don't
Not
have
with
the
that mindset.
I don't have the chi.
But you could. You have to gain the chi.
I'm not Master Roshi. I don't have that.
I put chia seeds in my water sometimes.
I put cheese on my nachos. So there's that. I got that going for me. But no, I was supposed to cut that board when my wife was gone, and I didn't.
Yeah. Well, when they're gone, though, sometimes you get that like ability to just hang out and
I went around.
I'll get it done, and then she gets back, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't get it done."
I went around the community and made TikTok videos. Yeah,
You had your
priorities to do, but we did go viral. Check that out. Check it out. Old, great value Paul Walker.
It's Alan.
Every time I see him, every time he makes a post, I just comment a Paul Walker meme, and I'm like, "There you go." Anyway, we'll get back to business. We've got some to cover, not a lot, but some.
Do we want to go ahead and say hello to our sponsors before
That's
we get too far? Oh, okay, sorry, I jumped the gun.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to our gold sponsors for letting us do what we do, and those gold sponsors are Peak Performance Gym. No peak, no results. Wabash Valley Plumbing. See, it really threw me off. Usually we start with Wabash. I'm like, what just happened? U.S. Lawns Terre Haute. They mow grass.
And you almost said an obscene slogan.
I did. Pappy's Barbecue. Meet, eat, repeat.
But in fairness, it's also like serious.
That is true. RJ's Formal Wear. They have sweet suits. I got to get my shirt cleaned. Stitch Brand. They embroider stuff.
It looks like I got in a fight with baby powder.
Hell yeah. Wabash Valley Adult Teen Challenge, meeting you at the crossroads of addiction. Oh, there you go. Thank you, gold sponsors. But it was a weekend.
It was definitely a weekend.
It was a weekend. Started off great game on Friday night, and we had some careers end. Volleyball, great matchup. Some careers ended. We're in the playoffs, so you win or go
Dang
home.
It, Ron Colley.
You know what? I went on a Twitter tirade Friday night with the private schools. I don't like them, and I don't.
How come?
Because
tell us about it.
They get all the cool stuff.
We're gonna turn this into like football sports therapy today. So, sir, tell us what they did to you.
The first thing they did was apparently the IHSA rules. You're not supposed to have banners, noisemakers, horns, all that good stuff.
Did they follow those rules?
I look over across the way at Ron Colley. I see banners. I hear horns. They've got a flipping gong. I'm like, that's not like, did it impact the game? No. But you got to follow the rules.
So, as a heel announcer in wrestling, I'm going to tell you, you have to utilize the rules to your advantage. You take those rules and you make them your own.
The IHSA got a good Venmo for like $25K or something. Be like, hey, we're going to slide that over there. But beyond that,
you're talking about the players or
the private schools sliding, Venmo and $50,000 for,
they can do things like that.
I don't know. They're private schools. Who knows?
Do they have like NIL deals?
Maybe. I don't know. The IHSA will not respond to my tweets that I was tweeting last night.
That's not nice.
No, but you know what? Let's go even further. Like Northview lost to a private school. That sucks. Danville got hosed by a private school and the IHSA and the officials.
Well, if you have enough money to throw around, you can make stuff happen like 5-10 minutes after
the evidence
fact.
got worse because it was an overtime. Danville scores to go up 49-43, and Brebeuf goes for it on fourth down because they have to or they lose the game. Old boy fumbles. Another guy picks it up, gets tackled. We think the game's over. Danville coach out there shaking hands. But no, just wait. Just wait. There's more.
It's like Billy Mays.
Allegedly, there's a Brebeuf faculty member, maybe the athletic director, maybe not, but yes, it was.
Maybe it's their, never mind.
They go, maybe it's their handler. I don't know. They go,
their fixer.
They go meet with the referees. They're standing there. The referees are having a powwow for like 5 minutes.
Yep.
There was no flag thrown yet.
Okay.
They throw the flag. And they said, well, the kids from Danville on the other side of the field that had no impact to the play were on the field during the play. So too many men on the field. So they redo the down. Burbuff scores. They kick the extra point, win by 1 point.
Out.
But I saw photo evidence today of that same play. Burbuff's head coach was on the football field during the play.
So penalties offset.
Penalties offset.
Game over.
No, they probably replay it down. I don't know.
So either way, it would be.
But I don't know. But
more of the story
but
is.
Then you read the Indianapolis Star.
Get off the field.
But you read the Indianapolis Star, and their coach said, "Well, that's just part of the game." Listen here, dude. You were on the field too. That's illegal. But I forgot you're private school, so you get what you want.
He said, "When you got a pocket full of money, it's part of the game."
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's my tax dollars too. So I should get a state championship when you win. But this week, Brebeuf will face Ron Colley, so I don't know who the HSA is going to hose on that one. But anyway,
hold on. I think we could dive into the financials here. Let's see which one
who's got more money.
I bet we could predict the winner of that game via the financials.
All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Sorry to everybody watching.
No, I think this is how this show should go from now on.
I was like, okay,
it should be like a podcast about youth sports where we just talk about the things that happen.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm like, oh, great, you got to play private school. And I understand that you got to eventually, but I'm like, come on now. Like,
they should have their own.
I'm making this a little personal because it was my son's last game.
But they should have their own conference, because if you have the ability to bring people, that is correct, right? That they have the ability to like bring people to their schools via like recruiting.
I believe it's not just around the area; it's around like.
So then because obviously you're looking at school districts versus being able to recruit. Because if say Northview reached out and offered a kid something similar, would that be against regulations?
As far as I know, it is, but I don't know.
Interesting. So is it kind of like what college football was before the NIL?
Now seeing the college football stuff. Wait for the NIL to hit high school. It's going to get bananas.
Yikes.
But anyway,
all right.
I digress.
Fair enough.
I digress.
I do like this though. Like I like the conversing style.
I was just a little hot that night, and the HSA still has not responded to my tweets.
You did go on they were probably terrified. You did go on a solid rant.
I invited them to come to a podcast. I said, "Why don't y'all come sit down and talk to us?" And then you're recorded, so then there's no backing out. And then I said, "Can I come to your air quote?"
There's
blind
a lot
draw?
of people that I wish would do that, but unfortunately, that may not happen.
Well,
but there's a lot of people that I wish.
You get a live mic, pal. You got to be a little more.
I love having a live mic. It's my favorite thing in the world.
It's always game time.
I would like to get some people on the live mic with us.
I know. Well, we better get. Let's celebrate the kids who worked hard this weekend and had a great career and all that.
Stop being negative.
I had to get that off my chest because nobody listens. And we got 4 people listening now. And anybody that replays this, and anybody from Ron Colley, if you want to sit down with me and we'll hash this out. I open invite again, but you'll be on a microphone and it'll be recorded. Anyway, moving on. The volleyball team, once again, they faced Ron Colley. Ron Colley was ranked 5th in the nation at the time. We have a comment.
Sorry, I was worried about our battery being.
What's that say?
It says, let's talk about that.
Controversial. How I can read that from here and you can't read it 3 feet from
can't read.
We'll get to that. We'll talk about that on the Power Slam platter on Friday, Michael. The Knights face.
This one's for the kids.
This is for the kids, like Bobby Bowden. They're good kids, Knights face Ron Colley. Ron Colley 5th in the nation in 3A. Once again, maybe 3A is the top class in that. I don't know.
Okay.
I want to know how Ron Colley's in 3A and Northview's in 3A, but whatever. Ron Colley wins 3-0, and that amazing season the girls had it's now over. Some stats for the game. Kiera Lucas had 16 kills and 13 digs. Brady McDonald had an ace, 22 digs and 2 assists. Carson Buck had 6 kills, an ace, 7 digs and 12 assists. Alexis Strala, 4 kills and 4 digs. Morgan Oleg had 3 digs and 8 assists. And Rachel Rounds had a kill.
Great job.
The senior class, they finished with a 101-32 record. They won 4 conference championships and 3 sectional championships.
Great work.
Great job. And I was on Northview Volleyball Twitter. They gave some shout outs. Brady McDonald is the best libero in program history. And she set school records in digs in a game, season, and career.
Congratulations.
And then Kiera Lucas is the best player in program history.
Really?
She set school records for kills in a season and a career, and they listed off tons of stats, and they said that will never happen again.
That's pretty amazing.
That is
good job.
Good job. And the rest of the
Heck of a
seniors,
career.
congratulations on a great career. A lot of them are moving on to the next level, and that's awesome to see. So, Northview Volleyball, thank you.
Good job.
Now we move on to. Can I talk about this one game?
Absolutely.
We move on to football, and Knights faced Ron Colley. It was a dogfight in the first half, but Ron Colley edged them out 33-17. It was
a 1-point game at half, right?
2-point game, and just mistakes happen. It happens, But it was a fun season, boys. I'm proud of you. A fun career for you seniors. It's been a fun ride with old Red here, so I appreciate you letting me be a part of it and letting me coach you up in the little league program. So thank you. The offense stats, we have Colton Bath, 5 carries for 13 yards, 11 completions, 224 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Slade Fell had 9 carries, 49 yards, 3 receptions, 33 yards, and a touchdown. Avery Perry had a big game. He was catching some dimes, man, from old Bath.
Nice.
3 carries for 1 yard. He had 2 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown. Jake Rates had a monster catch for a lot of yards, but he got 2 receptions for 51 at the end. And then Luke Whitman, 2 field goals.
Good work. Good season.
On defense, Mason Sutherland led the way. He had 11 tackles. Slade Fell had 10 tackles, 3 for a loss. Gage Thompson with 10 tackles. Devin Orman with 10 tackles and half of a TFL. And Porter Jones had 1 tackle. And dude had the biggest hit of the night. Old Ron Colley boy was up in the air. As soon as he came down, Porter was there, and he hit him with everything he had.
Nice.
And Porter also got an interception.
Good job. So. Then we move on to South Vermilion versus North Posey.
Did you say the? Like
this?
You sound like Mike Tyson over there.
Well, I was about to cough, and I was trying my best to keep it under control, and then it just kind of came out in a lisp.
Mike Tyson.
Me choking.
Got Mike Tyson over here.
Can't read. I can't talk. It's just.
I sound like Dusty Rhodes doing an impression of Mike Tyson. I'm Mike Tyson. Hey.
Great mashup.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I've wined and dined with kings and queens, and I've lived in a gutter eating pork and beans.
38-36, Wildcats get the victory. On the offensive side, Dom Garzolini, 24 completions, 407 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Absolutely killing it this season. Dallas Coleman, 4 carries, 5 yards, and a touchdown, and 4 receptions for 29 yards and a touchdown. Dylan Hill with 1 reception for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Parker Weir with 8 receptions, 241 yards, and 3 touchdowns. On the defensive side, Kyle Higgins leading the way, 12 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a sack. Dylan Hill with 12 tackles. Dallas Coleman with 9 tackles. Alex Shyrock with 9 tackles. And Parker Weir with 4 tackles and an interception. They will travel to Lytton for the next round. I just realized how little of a voice I have left after this weekend. Yeah. When I started really getting into that, I'm like, oh, I got to like really force it down.
I learned that was the biggest win in South Vermilion history. They move on. They're 10-0.
Oh, I thought you meant point wise. I was like, they won by 2.
No,
that's not good.
That was the biggest win in program history.
Just like overall win, not like the total.
It was scored on a walk-off touchdown. Garzolini,
that's
Parker
awesome.
Weir.
Touchdown. Speaking of walk-off touchdowns, did you happen to see the end of that Bears game yesterday?
I saw some replays of it. How do you feel about that?
It was hilarious. It's not
I saw the boy just like waving to the crowd. I'm like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
That's Chicago. That's the Bears. That's Chicago sports.
That's Bears, baby. That's Bears football. No,
none of it surprises me anymore.
No.
I woke up from a nap to watch that, and I was like, "Oh wow, that was a fun way to lose the game."
Yeah. Let's move on. Riverton Park took on Park Heritage. The Panthers win 70-0.
Wow.
Some offensive stats for Riverton Park. AJ Goff, 5 carries, 115 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 catch for 31. Jet Lesniak, 5 carries, 86 yards, 2 tuds, 1 catch for 11. Remington Malone had 3 carries for 10 yards and a tud. Kyle Price, 12 carries, 81 yards and a tud. Xander Dilp, 2 carries for a yard and a tud. I bet it was a fullback dive.
Yep.
Brody McConnell, 3 carries, 18 yards and a tud.
Good job.
For Park Heritage's offense, Jared Graves, 15 carries, 20 yards. Carson Rawlson, 8 carries for 19. and Leighton McMullen had a catch for 4. On defense for the Wolves, Lucas Rhodes had 10 tackles, Jared Graves with 9, Tucker Conley had 8, John Goldner and Carter Games each had 7. Riverton Park will travel to North Vermilion next week.
Sweet. We may have to hit this on super speed or we might die.
Okay.
North Central. No, because I plugged it in and I can't unplug it now without losing the camera.
Gotcha.
And or the sound.
Okay.
So
we'll just go rapid speed.
We're gonna go a little faster this time. So North Central versus North Vermilion, 48-13 Falcons. On the offensive side for North Central, Hayden Schultz, 7 carries, 95 yards. Trayvon Cockrell with 24 carries, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Chris Benford with 2 receptions for 36 yards. On the defensive side, Blake Strum with 11 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Landon Tryon, I can't read. 10 tackles, tackle for a loss, interception. Sawyer Cox, 9 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1.5 sack, and a forced fumble. And Chris Benford with 5 tackles.
Greencastle faced Pike Central. The Tiger Cubs win 52-21. Some offensive stats for the Tiger Cubs. Cole Stevens, 14 completions, 220 yards, and a touchdown. Braden Monroe, 5 carries, 51 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Parker Welker, 11 carries, 30 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Trevin Long, 5 receptions, 78 yards, and a tud. On defense, Braden Monroe led the way, 12 tackles, 4 for a loss, and a 1.5 sacks. Parker Welker, 10 tackles and a pick. Cam Pingleton, 7 tackles, 2 for a loss, 1.5 sacks. Chris Olson, 5 tackles, and Jacob Simmerman, 5 tackles, 1 for a loss. Greencastle will host Brown County next week.
How many scores do we have here?
The rest.
All right, I'm going to do a little, we're going to go black for one moment.
Okay.
They'll still be able to hear you. We're going to go black for a moment.
Okay,
I'm
we're
going
going
to
to go black
so
for a
we
minute.
don't lose
So
it.
it's just scores. West Vigo faced Guerin Catholic. The Golden Eagles won 49-0. Once again, I'm not touching that subject again. Linton faced Sullivan. The Miners win 30-7. Linton hosts South Vermilion. Next week, South Putt faced Fountain Central. 54-7. South Putt gets the win. They will travel to Covington. North Putt faces Western Boone, and the Western Boone won 56-27. And then some upcoming matchups. These guys had byes last week. Cloverdale will be at Tinley. Terre Haute North versus Bloomington North. Terre Haute South versus Bloomington South, and Ben Davis at Pike. Are we good?
Yep, we're good. Cool. We're back.
All right.
I fixed it.
Now we have some 5th grade all-star action for the Knights.
All right.
Shout out to Chris Howard for the stats, baby.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Knights versus Indian Creek, 25-0. Knights get the victory. On the offensive side, Max Rates, 6 carries, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and an extra point. Javion Robinson with 4 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Trenton Monteith with 2 carries for 26 yards, and Crease Staley with 3 carries for 20. On the defensive side, Jonah Harrington leading the way with 7 tackles. Iverson Vaughn with 4 tackles and a fumble recovery. Damon Ferry with 2 tackles and a fumble recovery. Eli Marlowe and Cruz Shepard adding 2 tackles apiece.
The Knights, they faced Mooresville. The Knights went 21-0. Max Rates had 6 carries, 76 yards, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Javon Robinson had 3 carries for 44 yards and a tud. Crease Staley, 5 carries, 19 yards, a touchdown, and an extra point. Trenton Monteith, 3 carries for 20 yards. Eli Marlowe, 3 carries for 16. And Benton McVeigh had 1 carry for 4 yards. On defense, the boogeyman, Cruz Shepard.
Great job.
Got 5 tackles. Jonah Harrington with 3. Iverson Vaughn with 3. Tucker Cooksey with 2. And Jack Dirth with 1. And then we have some scores. Shout out to Jordan Forker for at least giving me the scores. We have not gotten any stats from the 6th grade All-Stars or the 2 Junior League All-Stars. So we can just give you scores. So send us some stuff next week. You got one more tournament. Send it. All right. Team Zabo, they went to Mid-State. They went 2-0 there that weekend. They earned the number 1 seed. They beat Southport and Avon. The 6th grade team went 1-1, lost to Center Grove 14-6, and defeated Whiteland 28-6. And then Team Touche went 1-2 on the weekend. They beat North Central, but they lost to Terre Haute and Linton. And then we have cross country. It's boys.
Girls cross country with an 11th place finish, and the boys cross country with an 11th place finish. And for the girls, Hannah Harrison took 23rd and advanced to state. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Now we have the Outcast 11U team. Outcast faces South Central Storm. The Outcast win 7-4. Then they faced Team Impact and won 10-2. Outcast then faced Cumberland Vets, and the Vets won 6-5. Some key stats: Maggie Betcher, 4 hits, an RBI, a double, a triple, and 2 stolen bases. Sophia Huggett had a hit, an RBI, and 3 stolen bases.
You get that one.
Lucy Minnick had 2 hits, 3 RBIs, a triple, and a stolen base. Macy Nichols had 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and a triple. And then Adele Sani had 2 hits, an RBI, and a double. On the mound, Adeline Pattengale had 5 strikeouts, and Jocelyn Martin with 2.
Great job.
Now we have some 7U action.
All right. The Knights versus Linton Stars, 18-6. Knights get the victory. Then the Knights take on Riley United, 19-11. Knights with another victory. And then the Knights take on the Princeton Tigers, and the Tigers edge them out in a good one, 27-24. On the batting side, Hudson Walker, 8 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 doubles. Maddox Abrams, 10 hits, 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. River Compton with 10 hits, 7 RBIs, a double, and a triple. Caleb Gaines with 9 hits, 5 RBIs, and 3 doubles. Griffin Medeiros with 9 hits, 9 RBIs, 2 triples, and a home run. Drew Shoemaker with 8 hits, 7 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run. Houston Dyer with 6 hits, 6 RBIs, a double, and 2 triples. Rogue Nodley with 7 hits, 6 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. Jax Cowden with 8 hits, 5 RBIs, a double, and a triple. Claire Harrison with 7 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 triples. And Cole Seville with 7 hits and 2 RBIs. And on the pitching side, Maddox Abrams with 2 strikeouts. You know what I always like about this team?
What?
Top to bottom, they are all consistent.
Yes.
And I feel like that's always a great sign of really good coaching.
Yeah.
So shout out to you guys for clearly doing a very good job. Yep. So it's noticeable tournament in, tournament out, I feel like.
It's consistency.
Yeah.
That is key.
Consistency is very key.
Key. Now, it is time for my favorite part of the show. We have a low battery. Oh, no, we got a low battery over here.
All right, we'll be okay.
Punch it. We got to punch it.
Got to go fast. How much we got? Oh, we're good. We got 5%.
Oh, we're good.
Go real fast.
Okay, I can go. And it's time for the youth power performers: Maggie Betcher, Maddox Abrams, Max Rates, and Jonah Hollywood Harrington.
Congratulations.
And then coming soon, the prep power performers: Hannah Harrison, Dom Garzolini, AJ Goff, Parker Weir, Braden Monroe, Cam Pingleton, Landon Tryon, and Carson Buck. Oh, congratulations on the working hard this week. And that does it for this edition of the Youth Sports Chowdown. Once again, we are expanding our territory. So if you have a club, activity, sport you want us to cover, hit us up.
In the territory we already cover, please hit us up. We would love to continue to cover.
Yes. These kids love the shout outs. So thank you. Keep pushing.
Bye.